Okay, so the first thing I do is I take 3 onions, and again, because I can't really cut with one hand, I cut them sort of like that, that far apart. Cut, 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 cut. So I've already done that. I don't know, yeah. Anyway, and then what I do is I come back the other way, and so then the pieces end up being like about like that. Alright, so pretty fair size, not tiny, because it's, you know, she doesn't mind a big chunk of tomato, onion, as long as it's cooked, okay? I'm going to cut along there with one hand, whatever. And so I'm going to do 3 onions like that. Okay, so I got my 3 onions all chopped up, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those onions, I'm going to put them into a nice warm pan. So I got my dealio on here, and see if I can do this one-handed. Okay, get the rest of that later. Okay, so I don't know. Some people, this is like easy stuff. You already know it. Other people don't cook at all. So put them all in there. They're all about the same size. I tend not to fuss with them too much. I'm just going to make sure the whole bottom's covered. And look at this. This sucks, man. Look at this. So this is the bottom of the onion, and no one's going to eat that. If River had a big chunk of onion like that, she'd be so mad. Not mad, but you know. So let's get that out of there. And we'll get the knife. Super sharp knife, because I sharpened it after the chicken show. Alright. Okay, now breaking away, that's fine. This piece, you know what? Put that back in there, I don't care. Alright. So hopefully you can hear. Alright, whatever, that looks stupid. Wow, this is, okay. A little bit high. So, gonna stir this up a little bit. And then I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna leave it, put the lid on it, I'm gonna go cut my onions. Okay? If I leave that too long, the stuff on the bottom's going to get black and nasty, and it'll not only caramelize, but it'll turn to ash, and it will make the whole soup ruined. Right? Whatever's touching the bottom, you beginners, whatever's touching the bottom is what's cooking, right? This stuff on top here, it looks great. If you don't move it around a little bit, it's going to burn on the bottom, and no one's going to want to eat your stupid soup, because it's going to taste like burnt onion. Okay? What you want to do, which I don't know if you can see this, but right now the onions are starting to look wet, and that's just some of the moisture is being released. That's too yucky. Okay. And what will happen to these onions is first they'll start turning a little bit more yellow, and then they call it translucent or whatever in the cookbooks. So that just means that like you sort of see through them, right? And let me see here. And then after that, they start to get a little bit brown, and they call that, if it's the right kind of heat anyway, and the right kind of brown, they call it caramelizing. And that's when your onions are going to start being super sweet. And so I think if you're eating onion rings, those are caramelized in a different way. But caramelized this way, that's just at the right heat for the right amount of time. That makes it real sweet. A lot of your recipes for onion stuff is going to say caramelize. Okay, so that's a lot of time about onions. So let me go ahead and put this down and put the lid on, and we'll move on to the carrots. Alright, hello again, carrots. Okay, I already did a thing on carrots. I'm not going to go through a whole bunch of stuff on carrots. All I'm going to say is cut them the same size, okay? what I'm going to do here, my wife does not like to eat dirt, so obviously I'm going to cut these off. Like, who likes to eat dirt in their soup? But, you know, I'm going to cut it all off, the gross parts, and then I'm going to take my peeler and I'm going to cut, see where the sort of line of roots would have been. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm going to probably take the peeler and just peel down that. She likes to have lots of nutrients in her carrots when she eats it in the soup, so she doesn't want me to peel all of it unless it's just really, there's no way to get around it. So I'm going to peel that. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to peel those carrots, cut them up, and then I'll give you one shot while I throw it back in the soup. Okay, so I got my carrots all peeled up, and I'm just going to show you sort of checking. I'm going to check these onions again. Okay, now you can hear there's some liquid in there.
Mommy, now you can skip it.
Okay, I'll skip it in just a second, honey.
Skip it.
Ronan, you gonna stand here and yell "skip it" at me?
Ow.
Ronan, stop. I'll be over there in a minute. Okay, so I'm looking here at the onions.
Just stay out here, okay?
Just be quiet. I'm trying to do my thing.
Or just stay out here.
I'm gonna tape you with your fingers in your ears. Ronan's afraid of Clifford show, and so she's gonna watch it out here. With her fingers in her ears. All right. All right. So anyway. Hopefully you can see that it's yellow with a little bit of brown, and that one looks kind of not, I don't want to eat that, so I don't know what that was about. Sometimes brown spots, whatever. Alright, so it all looks nice and wet. There's lots of liquid in there. I'm going to get this lid back on, and now I'm going to go do my carrots.